Next up, at UFC Vegas 67, we have Allan Nascimento taking on Carlos Hernandez.
Nascimento.
I'm not going to do it.
Allan Nascimento.
That's like every Ginzo.
How about that beard that he's got? What's with his beard, huh?
It is odd.
It's like just straight across.
You, somebody who says across and then says Allan Nascimento is the same.
Nascimento. I've been working on my Portuguese, Amanda. I've been working on my Portuguese. I can say I'm a fraud. Who am I joking? Who am I kidding?
So my last name, I guess people have heard it, is Bodetti. Boquete in Portuguese is a blowjob. And
what was that?
My jiu-jitsu coach.
Hold on, no, I need to. That really is. I need to know what that.
I don't know how to spell it. It's just Boquete.
How do you say Boquete? Por favor.
Okay, I'm doing that. Anyway, por favor. That's Spanish, and you saying across, and then trying to, I think it's the mic. Use the native tongues here is like every turd that goes into a New York deli.
Yo, schmack.
It's like, hi, yes, I'll have some salami, some
Wait, what
mozzarella.
do you say? I was looking at the chat. Wait, what's this impression?
Forget
Not
it.
of me.
Not of you. Talk about all the people in the Northeast that go from speaking regular to mozzarella, mortadella.
Ooh,
all of a sudden, thick-ass accents when they're announcing that stuff.
You want a slice of pep? A little sausage on there? Maybe some mozzarella? Huh? If you don't, we'll put you in the bay with the fishies.
Fishies? Okay. Anyway, we have Nascimento taking on Hernandez.
Wait. $4.99. Might as well do it now.
This is the editing. $5 super chat. Let me join the team. I pick out it. We're going to let this dude pay for a plug? Does he have a YouTube channel? Does he have a YouTube channel? I mean, if he has a YouTube channel.
I mean, he might replace one of us.
Well, I appreciate the $5 super chat. We just,
Fiziev steamrolls Gagey, by the way.
I'm gonna have to start this whole.
It'll take him 3 minutes. It'll take him 3 minutes to KO Gagey.
We blocked a longtime viewer because he started his own channel, which no problem. By all means, this community is big enough for everybody.
Got to get it how you live it.
This is not cable TV. This is not, you either watch our show or somebody else's. It's YouTube. Everybody watches everybody. But then he started commenting.
But if you do watch somebody else.
Fuck. If you chew Big Red. If you don't chew Big Red. No, but then he would comment, my bets are free, guys. My bets are free. It's like, okay. That's why Bert got his butt banned. Came in here.
Damn it. I miss him.
12 years old, small, shirtless. We let him hang out.
Mrs. Musk.
Let him sit at the adults table for 5 minutes. Then all of a sudden he was like, And it's like, hey, leave it there, buddy boy. You want to come here, disagree with picks, hang out, chat? Of course. That's what this is all about.
Don't mess with Angelo, guys. Don't mess with Angelo, please.
Next up at UFC Vegas 67, we have Allan Nascimento taking on Carlos.
It's Allan.
Hernandez. Allan is 19-6 overall, 3-2 in his last 5. He is alternating wins and losses. Carlos Hernandez, 8-1 overall, 5-0 in his last 5. He is coming off a split decision win in his UFC debut. Listen, I've broken this fight down twice already. The early quick picks, the updated quick picks, and then right now, I like Allan Nascimento to win this fight. He's a fun striker. He can grapple as well. He doesn't have much wrestling to offer, but off his back, he's solid. The problem is, if he can't get the takedowns, he's happy to be taken down and then work sweeps, work triangles, work submissions from there. But if he doesn't get those, he can end up being on his back doing nothing for a while. Carlos Hernandez, also a grappler. He's got okay striking. He's got solid accuracy, deceiving power with his strikes. And he's not super technical, but he's got a jab. He follows it with a right. He's another one of these guys, slick BJJ, but not a ton of wrestling. So between these two guys, neither one of them is a phenomenal wrestler. Both of them are solid grapplers. I like Nascimento to win this fight because even though Carlos Hernandez, 5-0 in his last 5, he's got a bunch of split decisions in there, and he's barely squeaking these fights by. Barely. So Got to go with Nascimento here. I think he's going to, he's just going to use that. He's gritty. He's busy. Tagir Ulanbekov had 12 minutes of control time. And yes, Nascimento lost that fight, but he still made it a split decision because of the pressure.
Decision.
Mike Tyson.
His denture's falling out.
So I think he's going to, I'm from Indiana all of a sudden. So I think he's out
and show him. Honestly,
I think he's
seriously. They want to see it. It's like
honestly,
it's like a party trick that he does, but I bet he won't do it right now.
It's so funny.
Pop him out.
First of all, now people are going to think that's a thing, which is fine.
Don't act like it's not a thing. Don't act like it's not a thing.
Between the two of us, my teeth are very flawed. Yours actually look fake.
Well, I mean, they're not. So don't try to turn around on me. To pop those things out. Let them see.
Anyway, I like Nascimento. That's so stupid. It's so stupid. You can do that with literally anything. Literally anything. Show him the fake foot, Edge. Show him the diabetes foot. you can do it with anything. And as soon as I'm like,
show him the gangrene on your elbow.
As soon as literally anything. Anyway, I like Nascimento to win. I'm not loving him at the minus 330s. I think this is closer than that. You made some stupid, absurd when I said he doesn't have great takedowns. Look at his takedown accuracy, you absolute clown show. Go ahead, break it down.
I mean, he's fought good wrestlers. I think he's got pretty good takedowns. And the biggest thing he has going for him in this fight is probably his size. Honestly, I mean, the guy is absolutely ginormous for the division. When you guys see them in the octagon, it's going to look like different weight classes because he is a big dude, and he basically is what Ryan Hall wishes he was. I mean, the way that he throws kicks, because Ryan Hall, all he wants to do is 2023, I got my Ryan Hall reference in very early. But, I mean, that's what Ryan Hall wants to do, right? He wants to throw kicks, says he doesn't mind if you catch a kick and take him down because he can work his jiu-jitsu. The difference is Allan Nascimento, he throws kicks, man. I mean, he throws those heavy. He throws head kicks. He throws leg kicks. I mean, he throws those things heavy, and it is nonstop. And he pressures and pressures and pressures with those kicks. And I think his takedown's a little bit better than what you're giving him credit for. And you mentioned the split decisions as well. He loses, and if all those split decisions flip, by the way, I think he has like 3 or 4 split decision losses, and most of those are because, as you mentioned,
I mentioned the split decisions for Carlos. He's barely squeaking the wins by.
Oh, well, Nascimento has I think like 3 split decision losses. You flip those, all of a sudden Nascimento is one of those guys up at the top, and I think he can be one of those guys if he does improve his hands a little bit. As you mentioned, the offensive wrestling a little bit, but when he is on top of people, that last fight versus Jake Hadley is a very, 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 very good grappler and very, very good off his back. He has no problem fighting off his back, working sweeps to get back to his feet, or threaten submissions off his back. Nascimento had 0 issues with Jake Hadley. Absolutely 0. I mean, floating with him, staying on top, keeping positions while still putting through. It wasn't just lay and pray either. He was still putting through damage, threatening his own submissions. From that, I saw the absolute control that he can have on somebody, and I don't think Carlos Hernandez is the same level of grappler as Jake Hadley and isn't as physical as Nascimento. So, I actually think that the minus 300, minus 330 is pretty spot on for Nascimento. I think he's very, very high level on the ground, where Carlos, that's where he wants to excel. He's not going to be the same level as Allan, and on the feet, he can definitely do enough to get to those takedowns that he wants to get to. So, I actually love Nascimento in this matchup, and I'm not going to play the minus 300, minus 330, but I think those are spot on.
Yeah, listen, I think they're a little wide only because, as I mentioned in my detailed breakdown, I just don't. If Nascimento doesn't get the takedowns, he will play jiu-jitsu off his back, and he's too comfortable playing jiu-jitsu off his back, and then he ends up different.
I think he looked pretty aggressive because there were some moments there where he could have just went to his back. For Jake Hadley, he didn't. He kept top position the whole time.
Sure. Yeah, but that's Jake Hadley. But yeah, I hear you. And
Jake Hadley's very. I mean, he's been doing jiu-jitsu since he was like 7, 8 years old. And the guy's very good.
He did just win.
The second he gets off on his back, he's throwing up mission control. He's doing almost plot. I mean, he's doing everything off his back.
Mission control. What a
don't make fun of Eddie Bravo.
Absolute dork. No, you're making fun of you. Dork.
Well, that's the 10th plan. I mean, that's what
you've never set foot in mission control. You've never set foot.
I watch a lot. I mean, I watch more tape than anyone. I know Eddie Bravo. That's his thing is mission control, the rubber guard, 10th planet jiu-jitsu.
You like Nascimento enough to spend $9,100 in DraftKings? I don't.
I think he gets the takedowns and gets the control, could find a finish. So I have a bet on this already. It's not the money line. Become a premium member. It's only $10 a month, and you'll see what that is. But I think he finds a finish. I think it's pretty good value.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think
Carlos
wins.
isn't very dangerous, right? I don't think Carlos is a dangerous guy.
No, he's a split decision machine.
Right.
So, no, I think Nascimento wins. I'm more conservative. Somebody, well, here, let's acknowledge this. $5 super chat from W. He asked whom.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's the government, so we're not going to answer the question. But
I don't
Jacob,
recall.
Thank you very much for the $5 super chat.
If anyone ever asks you a question, guys, first of all, get a lawyer no matter what, and then just say, I don't recall. Very easy. You'll get you everything.
I bet I'm a much more conservative gambler than Jacob is. That's just, he's more of a feast or famine, and when he's up, he's up, and when he's down, he's down. I'm more consistent. 2 units, 3 units. I'm more smaller units, or not smaller units, smaller bets, and a little more conservative. So in this case, you're confident Nascimento's going to win. 330 doesn't bother you. I think Nascimento wins. I am not 330 confident, and that's just a preference in stocks.
You are I would say you are a bettor, and I am a gambler. Is how I would. Is how I would probably put it.
That's a fair way.
But I don't throw darts at the wall, right? Everything has a
everything's logical. Everything's logical. You'll
my
take
bankroll's just a little bit more.
You'll take different risks. I'm not spending that in DraftKings. If you want to, go for it. I get the logic. 61-63 monkey knife fight strike line. What do you think?
Well, if you don't think he's going to get the takedowns, I think it's probably more and more. The issue is Allan is a lot of kicks, and those kicks, it's a lot harder to throw 70 kicks than it is to throw 70 jabs out there. But Carlos is tough, and he knows what he's doing on the ground to withstand some stuff. So it's probably more and more. I could see. So this is what I'll say. I could see Allan having to go to more ground and pound rather than submissions because Carlos is well versed on the ground. Those could add up. It's probably more and more.
And these are total strikes. These are not
where's
significant
Kim going?
Strikes. I don't know. She's going to bed.
Oh
8:45 Central Time. These are total strikes, not significant strikes. So every little tiny pitter patter counts. I'm going to leave this one alone, but if you want to do something with it, weonpicks.com/MKF. They will instantly match your deposit. Sign up using promo code WWP. Considering it's our first show back.
WWP. Yeah, you were like, I hope we're not rusty.